Tonight, a showdown between police and a civilian prompts questions about excessive use of force by police. An ancillary man is apprehended in Choiseul and charged for the killing of Hermia Lord. And an ophthalmologist advises on how to deal with the burning and irritation to eyes due to ashfall. The details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Thursday, the 15th of April, 2021. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. A viral video has prompted questions about whether police officers use excessive force in dealing with a civilian in relation to a mask violation. Plainclothes officers can be seen trying to cuff a civilian and then getting physical with that civilian. Police have offered a detailed explanation of the matter. Here is the statement.
2:50 p.m. on Wednesday, the 14th of April, an off-duty police officer encountered a couple outside a supermarket in Rodney Bay, Grosley. The couple was attempting to gain access into the establishment. The female was not, however, wearing a mask. Despite several times being cautioned to do so, she refused to comply, added to which the male companion proceeded to hurl threats and insults at the officer. A verbal exchange ensued, during which time the officer refused to allow them access into the establishment without masks. The mask-wearing mandate, of course, has been in effect for businesses for several months now. The officer indicated that during this time he was assaulted by the male and therefore informed him that he was placing him under arrest. A second off-duty police officer who was in the vicinity approached the first officer and attempted to provide aid by withdrawing the aggressive male from the area. A degree of calm was achieved until a crowd built up, jeering at the officers and encouraging the male to flee the area. He did attempt to do so, at which point officers sought to restrain him by way of handcuffs. The officers were able to place the handcuffs on one hand, however, the male proceeded to physically resist. In the process of resisting, he caused a significant bite injury to the arm of the officer who was attempting to assist him previously. Physical force became necessary and was utilized by officers in their defense, particularly to cease the biting of the officer and to effect a lawful arrest. The male is currently in police custody pending charges. The injured officer was medically treated but requires further medical treatment in order to restore full functionality to the arm. The male in custody has been assessed and has no physical injuries. We reiterate that the officers involved did not utilize physical force until they were themselves subjected to personal injury and under the possibility of further harm. The Royal St. Lucia Police remains committed to upholding the laws and continues to urge persons to adhere to the laws and protocols implemented for their well-being. As a disciplined organization, the force will in no way tolerate flagrant disregard for the effects of our hardworking men and women who daily dedicate their lives towards creating a safer environment for all the people in St. Lucia. End quote. That press statement by the Royal St. Lucia Police Forces Press Relations Office.
In recent times, police have had several tense and sometimes violent interactions with civilians. Some argue that there is a lack of respect for law enforcement on the part of the public, while others say local police leave much to be desired when it comes to community relations. Now, as indicated, the video of the police officers and the civilian altercation has gone viral. Members of the public are airing their views on the matter.
Some of the policemen are doing their work very well. There are some police that are overdoing it, and they have to follow the law. You know, as you know, the police and them have so much on their hands those days, you know. And what I need again, I need whoever is in charge need to give the police what's coming to them. Because you could see what's going on in the country now. The police even fear of their own self too.
Sometimes they overdo it. They really overdo it sometimes. They're supposed to have a little empathy and try to see where you're coming from and understand you. But sometimes they just react funny and jump on people.
Sometimes they just do a good job, you know. Yeah, but sometimes they overdo it sometimes, you know. Yeah, they have to be equal, man, you know. Yeah, give right it right and give wrong it wrong, you know.
I find policemen have a job to do, I agree, 100%. But then that's not the right way to treat people's children. You cannot raise your foot on them. Last night I saw a video from J.Q. Charles Mall. the policeman is actually putting his foot and kicking the young boy just because of a mask. That is not right. That could never be right.
From my vantage point, I think the police are doing a good job on this island. But the thing is, oftentimes you must have, just like what we see in America, some police will go outside of following the standard protocol as a policeman. And any police fall within that alignment should be, called out, should be held responsible, because your job is not to abuse your power, but to uphold the laws.
But it's not all of them that are doing it. So I believe you're there to protect the citizen, you're there to do a job, give your service, and do it nicely so that you'll be respected and the people in the community or in the island will be respected.
Yeah, the police does a good job. Nobody is perfect. The police is doing the job, and we have to really give them the respect. And what the police say, we have to abide by what the police say.
The same way, if I walk up to you and say, yo, put on your mask, man. Just put your mask. You don't have to argue and all them things, you understand? And force them now to have to want to carry you into whatever the case is. You understand? So, but I think sometimes they just use excessive force, and some people just cause it. You understand?
Those were your views. Michael Pologne, alias Mad Crime of Vanna Ancillary, has been arrested and charged for intentionally causing the death of Hermia Lord. Pologne was nabbed by police in Choiseul during a police operation on Sunday, the 11th of April. He was formally charged on Tuesday, the 13th of April, and is remanded in custody awaiting case management. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force has thanked members of the public for assisting in bringing a resolution to this matter. Meanwhile, in other police news, a male suspect is currently in police custody following an operation in Dennery on Thursday, the 15th of April. The individual is suspected to have caused the death of Daniel Laurent on Tuesday, the 30th of March 2021 in Dennery. Charges are expected to be preferred in due course. Today, Thursday, the 15th of April, the Ministry of Health and Wellness received confirmation of 18 new cases of COVID-19 from a batch of 260 samples taken during the period 12th to the 13th of April. Confirmation was also received of the recovery of 20 individuals diagnosed with COVID-19, bringing the total number of active cases to 92. Presently, one of the active cases is requiring critical care at the respiratory hospital. The new cases bring the total number of cases diagnosed in country to date to 4,389. You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, the Prime Minister stages intervention after the National Workers' Union gives St. Jude management a 7-day ultimatum. Police mount successful operations to seize illegal guns. And the track record of a 5-time elected MP is called into question.